Hi, my name is Emily, and this presentation has been designed to help those interested in kayaking get started. You may have heard about friends going kayaking or seen some kayakers before, which sparked your interest, so this presentation is going to help you find some basic kayaking information and tips, as well as introduce you to kayaking adventure sites. The ultimate goal is to guide you through those sites, and after viewing this presentation, you should know how to find a kayaking informational site and know how to navigate it, and you'll also be able to find sites for booking kayaking excursions and adventures. Those are the two objectives we're going to cover today, so let's go ahead and get started. The very first thing you're going to want to do is open Safari or your preferred internet browser, and then we're just going to go to Google and we're going to find the sites that way. I've included the links below if for some reason when you're viewing this tutorial the sites aren't popping up when you search for them through Google. The first one we're going to look up is Intro to Kayaking, so go ahead and type that in and search for that. And it's right here, it's the very first article that pops up that REI, the company, has created. We're going to go ahead and click on that, and you'll see there are 5 articles related to Intro to Kayaking. Getting started kayaking, parts of a kayak, launching a kayak, how to paddle, and a checklist for everything you might need. The most comprehensive one is this Getting Started Kayaking, so we're just going to look at that real quick. And if you wanted to get back to those other articles, you could go ahead and click this Intro to Kayaking right here. But if you just scroll through, there's kayak gear and clothing information, keep going, how to adjust your kayak, how to launch, which there was another article that goes more in depth, but this is a nice little summary, how to hold your kayak paddle. They've really condensed a lot of this information and provided some great pictures to help you get a sense of what you should expect the first time you go kayaking. And this is a really great section, the strokes. I think it's really helpful the way they have these pictures with arrows and also little descriptions below. I've been kayaking before, but I think these pictures help me be better at paddling, so I think for a beginner it'd be a really great thing to see. These using rudders and skegs, I wouldn't really look at that too much because most beginning kayaking places aren't going to have you use rudders and skegs. Safety precautions for kayaking, always important, so it would be good to read those as well. And just some general tips for your first time kayaking. REI has created a really great thing here by condensing everything in this one page for you, so I think this is really a great one place to stop and find all the information you could need. And then if you scroll back to the top here, you can see that they have all this advice under kayaking. If you want to click that, you can get even more articles, like how to choose a kayak if maybe you're interested in buying one, and a bunch of different things here. So that's a really good resource to know how to get to. And then if you want to go back to those Intro to Kayaking, it's under here, and you can get those 5 articles that way as well. So the next thing we're going to do is our second objective, which is to show you how to find kayaking adventures and excursions near you. We're going to go back to Google, and the best site that you can use to find these excursions is paddling.com. So we're just going to search that, and it is the first one to pop up. Click on that. And then you're going to see these things at the top, and you're going to want to click on Go Paddle. Then go down to this Plan section, and you can go ahead and click on either one, Trips from Outfitters or Trips from the Community. Outfitters are going to be more of big companies, and community might be more locally owned areas where you could go kayaking and plan a trip. Both will serve your needs for beginning kayaking, so I'm just going to go ahead under this trip finder and click both so that I'm looking at outfitters and communities that are offering kayaking adventures and trips. I can go and I can change my price. Maybe I only want to pay between $28 and $350 for a site. I can go down here and say I'm looking for kayaking and I want a day trip, and it has one trip found over here, so I'm just going to go ahead and click on that. And then you can scroll down, and it has some pictures so I can see what the place looks like. For this was Day Canoe and Kayak Trip with Whitewater by Shenandoah River Outfitters, so I'm seeing some pictures of what it would look like, and I can look at the little overview. It has a price right here for you so you can go in already knowing, and it has a little description so you know, and it also tells you your skill level, so you all might be in the beginner skill level, so this will look good. It also tells me months that these trips are available, which is important to look at. If you want to go kayaking in certain months, make sure that that's available to you. And this looks like the pretty typical months for a kayaking trip between April and October. Most companies will be closed for kayaking trips in the winter. It's not really the most desirable time to go. And if I want to learn more, I can go ahead and click right there, and it takes me directly to a site where I can go and book this trip. And it looks like from here I could go and click on river trips and get to that canoeing and kayaking and book from there. I don't want to go too much into this site in particular, and I mean, you can see this information is here and I could book through this page, but I think the most important thing, because all of you probably aren't interested in going to the trip that I just now selected, I think the most important tool is knowing how to use that paddling.com, going under the Go Paddle and searching for different trips, because then you can find the one that's best for you and then go to the sites as you find them. So now after watching the tutorial, you should be familiar with how to get to the REI site with all of that great information for beginner kayakers, and be familiar with how to navigate through to find the different articles and different information. You should also know how to get to paddling.com and use the trip finder feature to find a kayaking adventure near you. As a reminder, the links to the websites used in this video can be found below in the description. Thank you for watching, and I hope this tutorial helps you get started kayaking.